For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 10 of Season 3 here in the career mode Road to Glory. We were back to our best in yesterday's episode, firing ourselves right back into promotion contention. We're in the playoffs now in 6th position and just 6 points off those 2 automatic promotion spots and the 3 teams that are locked on 29 points at the top of the table, Watford, Derby and Middlesbrough. Watford, of course, already victorious against us this season, but we were able to return to winning ways in the last episode, multiple times in fact. We start with a game at home against Burnley, which I'll simulate. Burnley are just above us in the league and fighting for promotion as well. Then we will play Wolves, we'll simulate Leeds, and then we'll play MK Dons and Ipswich to end the episode. That will take us into December, where we're now only a couple of episodes after that, away from the January transfer window. This championship season is flying by. So into the game against Burnley we go. Do drop the video a like, of course, if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Joel Asoro stepped up to the plate in the last episode, scoring 7 goals in 2 games. Emery Moore also picked up a couple of goals in the game that we played. I can't remember who it was against now, actually, off the top of my head. I apologise. But Gieselman gives us a 1-0 lead here after half an hour. And a couple of yellow cards shelled out to their defenders. Lozano picks up the second goal of the game to give us a 2-0 lead. Into the third half hour we go. Goodmanson brings one back for Burnley. Ben Mee now getting sent off with a second yellow card. We kind of saw that coming, to be fair, when their defenders got yellow so early on. And we get a victory. 2-1 against Burnley. That is exactly the sort of result that we were after in a game like that, of that magnitude. Karel Metz is disappointed with the amount of football he's playing here right now, but it's because we brought in Davinson Sanchez that his first team football has seen a dip, to be completely honest. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to reduce the wage bill, but that's because we've brought in so many new players. We're now up to 4th in the table and have leapfrogged Burnley. And we are now still, actually, 6 points away from 1st and 2nd, although Derby lost, so we're only 3 points away from 3rd. But the difference between 3rd and 4th is minuscule, to be fair. So it's the top 2 that we're aiming for, and the top 2 where we want to finish to ensure we get automatic promotion into the Premier League. The playoffs would be a real lottery, to be completely honest, and I'd rather avoid that lottery if we possibly can. Greco now 78 rated as we're trying to train his crossing, which will hopefully improve his overall drastically, because that's kind of the one area where he doesn't excel right now. He's got a great ball control and dribbling, obviously got 5-star skill moves, got a 4-star weak foot, got great short passing. I can improve his long passing and his crossing, then hopefully we can get him up into the 80s with regards overall rating sooner rather than later. Lino Navarrete is already 80 rated now on the right hand side of our midfield, our scout future star from the first season. You can see here confirmation of that. Lino Navarrete now 80 rated. The first player in this entire series to reach 80 rated. And I couldn't be happier. Look at those stats, they're so good. Those technicals are just ridiculous. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. He's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Greco on the other side is almost as good. Davinson Sanchez there has replaced Karel Metz. And to be fair, Bailey Wright is better than him as well. So perhaps Karel Metz might see himself leaving the club in the January transfer window, because obviously Bennett is now 70 rated as well and catching him up. He's one of our youngsters that has the potential to get into the late 80s, early 90s. Harry Darling has the potential to get into the mid to late 80s as well. So perhaps perhaps Karel Metz might be leaving us in the January transfer window. Back from injury is Andre Petrak, but because Chavalaran has done so well since stepping up to the first team in his place, going to leave Chavalaran there for now, and we'll see if he can continue to make the difference. Some players going away on international duty. A monthly scout report, actually. 70 to 86. Still unsure about Jonathan Collins. Still very much unsure. I think he needs some more scouting. If it's towards the 86, then I'd potentially bring him in. But if it's anywhere from 80 downwards, then I'm just going to say no, I'm afraid. 71 to 94 is interesting. 58 to 80, we're going to say no to you, unfortunately. And 60 to 80, we're going to say no to you as well. Callum Roberts intrigues me, though. Very much so. Just want to know whether he's a centre-back or a striker or a midfielder. Need a little bit more scouting on him. Unfortunately, not quite accurate enough for me to be able to make a decision yet. But let's head now into this second game of the episode against Wolves. Where are they in the league? Wolves are a decent side, actually. Although, yes, they're a decent side and they're sat in 7th. So a win for them would actually move them above us and into the playoffs. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. We'll try and get a victory ourselves, and maybe other results will go our way. We might leapfrog Derby into 3rd, and maybe start to catch Watford and Middlesbrough at the top. Smack the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. Let's go. Wolverhampton away. Nice tackle by Jake Clark-Salter. Greco into Chavlaran to Joel Asoro. Let's go back to Greco if we can. It's a lovely floated ball and he takes it in his stride brilliantly too. Got a man with me though, so we'll have to look back inside for support. Arriving is Folman. We'll poke that through there looking for Lozano. It somehow dropped free to him. Couldn't quite squeeze it across into that far corner. Nice idea from Anthony Lozano, but not able to execute it as well as he perhaps may have liked. Never mind, 0-0 after 5 minutes. Oh, it's a lovely through ball. Dominic Ayor for the right back. Brushes the side netting. Well, after we had one chance at one end, they've immediately gone straight up the other and had one at this end too. This might be an entertaining game. Price into Bodvarsson, who's gotten me on the back foot there and waiting for that pass. Davinson Sanchez with what could turn out to be a vital interception. I had to hold off there because I thought they might have scored anyway, but no, thankfully Hamilton out to smother the ball. I'm just going to dink this quickly because the defender was closing me down. Navarrette's done brilliantly to turn inside 1 and then 2 there. We'll look for Lozano. Quickly to Asoro. Lozano's gone again. We'll dink that. The dinked passes seem to work a little better this year. Pull that back there to Bradley Halliday. Please keep that down. Bradley, please. All you've got to do is keep that under the bar and surely you score. That is definitely the shot and technique of a right back. It's Bodvarsson. Strike, goal. As he turned inside there, I was waiting for the pass, and he didn't. He just went back to his right foot and smacked it. Unfortunately, we find ourselves 1-0 down. You see, turn there, and you see me jink back with Davinson Sanchez, but then he just hits it. 1-0 Wolves. Oh, Price with a heavy touch that actually completely sent the defender. He very nearly squeezed that in at the near post. 20 minutes to go. Wolves still leading 1-0 here at Molineux. That header away wasn't the best. They brought on Mason for the striker that scored their goal, but we're going to get that away. Soro, win this header, please. Thank you. Emery Moore, good footwork. Right, knock that long and chase. Go, run. Use that extra pace. That's what we bought you for. And turn inside. Oh, the footwork. No, that was meant for a Soro. Oh, my God. Why would you play that to the man there? I thought I'd put enough power on that to get it to Asoro and it would have been a simple tap-in. All of that excellent work by Emery Moore down the right-hand side and he's just played the wrong pass at the vital time. We should be level, but we're not. Dicko down this left-hand side whips the ball in. I thought for a moment we were going to go 2-0 down there and that really would have pissed me off. Poke that there for Lino Navarrete, but he's running out of stamina. We'll try a turn inside. It's not gone as hoped and Price will clear it. Not good enough here. We need to improve further still. Free kick in a good position. I've no idea why Joel Asoro has been put on it though. Where's Gieselman? No, that's Davinson Sanchez. Chez, come on, you can do it. Where is he? There he is. Right, Gieselman, the left-footed defender to whip the ball in. We'll look for Petrak in the middle because he's probably the tallest there. And he will get underneath it. No, he won't. I'm trying to... Oh, he will get underneath it. Petrak wide. A lovely ball through by Price. Davinson Sanchez trying to get there, but Mason's got the pace and he squeezed it home. Wolves lead 2-0 and we'll be getting all 3 points here and knocking us out of the playoffs. They seem like such a scuffed finish. I think he's done the keeper with the eyes there, the obvious ball through, but he's got the pace to get away from Sanchez and I think the keeper's expecting him to try and finesse it in the far bottom corner and he's just rolled it into this near post. Oh, should do better though, Hamilton, you have to say. Nice finish though. 2-0 Wolves. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's the full-time whistle. Defeat against Wolves. So we'll jump back now. We'll simulate the game against Leeds and then hope for better against Ipswich and the other team whose name I can't remember. Right, we're going to simulate Leeds at home. Unfortunately, we're missing 3 players through international duty. Hamilton, Shane Hamilton, at 78 rated, has been called up into the England camp, which is intriguing. Navarrete on the right-hand side has been called up into the Argentina situation. And we've also lost Jay Clark-Salter to the England setup as well. So a number of players starting to get noticed by their country now that we're doing particularly well in this save. Leeds have picked up 7 points from their previous 3 games. They drew 2-2 against Wolves, the side we just lost 2-0 to. So I'm not sure how this one's going to go, to be honest. Bradley Halliday gives us a 1-0 lead, though, after 16 minutes, which is a great start. Things could continue in that vein. I'd be delighted. As we head towards half-time, it's 2-0. I was going to say it's still 1-0, but no, they've pulled one back through Hernandez after 50 minutes. We won our previous simulated game by 2-1. Will we win? No, we won't win this one by 2-1 because Chavaleran's picked up his second and our third. It's 3-1, the scoreline against Leeds. Delighted to pick up another set of 3 points. Does that move us back into the playoffs? Yes, indeed it does. Fantastic news. I've offered Petrak a contract because he's asked for a little bit more money and he only had 18 months left on his current deal, so I was going to have to offer him one anyway. So that is that done and out of the way. And we're now 4 points away from Watford and Middlesbrough. So despite the fact we lost to Wolves, it seems everybody's having a little bit of a dodgy patch right now. And because we picked up the wins in the simulated games, we've actually closed the gap to those above us. So we'll play the remaining 2 games of the episode. MK Dons was the other one. That one will be away from home, and then we'll play Ipswich at home as well in the 3rd and final played game and 5th game of the episode, and that will seal out the month of November as we head towards a busy January, followed by a busy November, followed by the January transfer window. We'll have a quick train before we get going, and then we'll head into that game against MK Dons next. Jedos tackles the defender, and he's on the run, and he's turned in well. Jedos. Oh, stunning goal! He asked me a couple of days ago, can he start in this game? So I've decided to play him ahead of Navarrete, who's still slightly tired from international duty. But that finish! Oh my word! I wasn't confident of scoring there at all. I just thought, I'll play it across the goal and see what happens. Wonderful goal from Jedos. Unbelievable finish. 1-0 Cambridge after just 9 minutes. Bradley Halliday nips in there, ahead of the defender. Folman, nicely into Asoro. Back to Folman. Poke that for Nicola Greco. He's forced him a long way wide though. Pull it back. Folman, 2-0. This is going much more according to plan. Wolves were very, very difficult to play against, but we're picking MK Dons apart here almost at will. Very heavy pass from Folman to Nicola Greco, and I thought the chance had gone there, but he pulls it back to him nicely. The elongated 1-2, and we have ourselves a 2-goal lead. Kieselman, cross into Chavaleran, forward to Lozano, spin the defender. He's done that brilliantly, and the shot, oof, not far away, looking for that top corner, but couldn't quite find it. Spun the defender really well. It's what he's good at, Lozano, backing in, and then just turning the defender one way or the other. Unfortunately, couldn't keep that shot down, but a decent attempt. Still with our 2-0 lead here, 7 minutes into the second half. Nicely worked. Greco, turn inside. Still driving into the box. Still going. I've got no one to square it to. Oh, yes, I do. Oh! That was worse than the Emre Moore one in the previous game against Wolves. Asoro, the goal-scoring form you've been in, I would have put my house on him scoring there, and I would now be homeless. Gieselman with the throw. I'll go to Greco. And inside there to Chavaleran. I see the run being made by Bradley Halliday, of all people. Go on then, the right back. Oh, and the movement on that caught the keeper out as well. Good save by Martin. That was moving, causing the keeper all sorts of problems. Jedos with the corner. He has a goal. Can he get an assist? Where's that going to drop? To Lozano. Oh! That was the post, was it? I had to wait for the commentary to see whether it was the defender that headed that away or it was the woodwork. Heard the commentator go, and the post! So it must have been the post, but wow. That's the closest we've come to a third goal so far. The woodwork being struck. Couldn't quite get that out of Greco's feet quickly enough. Go down the line to him here, though. And little turn back inside. Oh, and then he just miscontrolled the ball. We're going to get a corner? No, they're going to clear it away. All right, well, that's the closest we've come to a third goal off the woodwork. Nicely done by Chavaleran. Asoro's in. Missed the gilt-edged opportunity a moment ago. Oh, he's turned brilliantly and still can't score. Well blocked by the defender. I thought there, as we turned inside the defender, that we were surely going to make it 3-0 there. I don't think there's enough time for MK Dons to get themselves 2 goals back. But we have to be vigilant defensively to ensure that we keep our clean sheet. Walsh knocks that down and he's inside here, lays it off, and Upson thankfully puts that into the stand. Otherwise we might have lost our clean sheet. Petrak out there to Gieselman, down the line to Greco. Someone closing me down, so we will turn inside and just easily beat him. Back there to Osoro, into Lozano. Surely 3 now. What is wrong with my strikers today? Lozano. I would have put my house on him again, scoring there. I'd have lost 2 houses in today's game. In this one against MK Dons, Osoro missing an open goal and Lozano missing a chance that 99 times out of 100 he would have absolutely buried into the back of the net. I can't quite believe we haven't scored 4 or 5 goals in this game, but there goes the final whistle and it will be a 2-0-0 scoreline. And we'll head now into the game against Ipswich and try and end with another set of 3 points if we possibly can. Teddy Bishop with a throw for Ipswich. Gets it into Ward in the middle. Starting things off on the front foot here. Although they've run straight into Jedo, say Jonas Knudsen, who's the left back we were actually looking at earlier in the transfer window, earlier in the season. We decided to go with Rico Henry instead, the younger option. And Petrak is apparently fouls Knudsen there. Not really too sure where the foul was. Stuart Downing taking the free kick for Ipswich Town. Not the player you expect to see in a blue and white Ipswich Town shirt, that's for sure. Ooh, able to keep that in thanks to the pace of Joel Osoro, and we'll try and work it away. Petrak into Greco. Ooh, quickly turn back to Petrak again. Lozano. I'd say good footwork, but it was more of a miscontrol that actually worked him the space. Chavlaran will look out there for Greco. It's a good run. It's actually Gieselman, pushing forward from left back, and Cole Skews can only give us a corner. And it will come from Chavlaran. Decent delivery. 2 underneath this. It's Davinson Sanchez. It's well held by Gherkin, the goalkeeper. Sanchez has stayed down there. Oh no, he's alright. He's able to get up. He was just stuck on Anthony Lozano. Shadows with the throw. Lozano, I'd say with a good turn, but again, not really doing too well there, Lozano, with his footwork. Cross comes in. That's headed behind by Josh Emmanuel. Former Cambridge United loanee, of course, in this series. Chavlaran will loop the corner in, and Lozano's underneath it, chests it down, and Webster has cleared it away before Lozano could have the shot. And he's actually stayed down injured there. Osoro, actually I think it was Jake Clark-Salter underneath it, and he's actually going to have to come off here, Joel Osoro. Anthony Lozano is holding his shoulder there. Hopefully it's only a bruise and not a dislocation, otherwise he'll be out for a considerable period of time. Halliday forward into Emre Moore. Now Joel Osoro has gone down and is carrying a knock. I cannot afford to lose Joel Osoro as well as Anthony Lozano. Emre Moore, smacks the bar. That's the closest we've come to a goal so far. Get that quickly into the box. Chavlaran will look for Moore again. Couldn't quite get the turn properly this time around. I'm struggling here to try and get the lead against Ipswich because every time I get near their box, they keep injuring my strikers. Win that header. Well up, Jake. Good header from Clark-Salter. Chavlaran into Osoro. So actually not been anywhere near as influential in this episode as he was in the previous one, but still had something to say about the overall play in games. It just hasn't been as good in front of goal, missing open goals on 2 occasions, but Gieselman will smack that in from distance. It's Cambridge 1, Ipswich 0 in the 70th minute. We have to rely on our left back to give us the lead here. A very, very good strike though. I do love having that amount of space on the edge of the box like that and just letting fly. Probably distance shots like that and free kicks are probably 2 of my favourite styles of goal. Absolutely brilliant strike from Gieselman. Love that. 1-0. It's Navarrete. Turn inside and play that through for Emre Moore. Now we've isolated a defender and we've turned inside him with a high agility and balance, and Emre Moore can't give us a 2-0 lead. Pull this back. I can't get there. Oh, Emre. The finishing lets him down. He's got high 90s in agility, balance, acceleration and sprint speed, but unfortunately not got a high 90 rating when it comes to finishing or shot power, and that one floated towards the top corner. And that is where my commentary and face cam decided to cut out for a reason I still haven't yet been able to figure out. So we were able to get the victory against Ipswich, but unfortunately not able to show you any remaining highlights of that game. However, those 3 points have put us in a very good position with regards to the league table. Despite losing to Wolves earlier on in the episode, we're still above them in the league thanks to our later results. We've actually moved with them up into 3rd and 4th respectively, and are now only 2 points away from Watford and Middlesbrough in those 2 automatic promotion spots. At the end of tomorrow's episode, we'll have played 5 more games and be exactly halfway through the league season. Will we, at the halfway stage, be 1st or 2nd? Time will tell. That's going to bring today's episode to a close though, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like rating if you enjoyed, of course, and subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further videos. Thankfully, it's just a bruised shoulder for Anthony Lozano. He'll be back in the next episode, as will I, hopefully with better commentary and face cam footage. See you then.